So today I'm gonna make a drawer box out of some Russian birch. This is a 7-ply Russian birch, 1/2 inch thick. We're just gonna make a simple box. It's going in a little piece of furniture that I've been putting off for years. All right, let's get to it. So that battery was a little bit cold. Didn't want to work. But this is a really simple way to make a drawer. I'm not too concerned with it being perfect. It's just for a little TV stand I've been meaning to do for the past couple of years. I had the unit almost built. It was just missing a drawer and some edge banding for the shelves in it, which I got to do. I'll show you guys that project probably maybe in a couple days. Just wanted to make this real quick. So for this 1/2-inch plywood, I just use glue and 1-inch nails, 18 gauge. Make a drawer pretty quick. Take a little water on a rag and wipe it off. As you can tell, I use these guys as a little support to help hold my project up while I'm nailing it. Some guys use an old toothbrush when they're wiping glue off, which if I was working in a higher end shop, I would be doing that. I'd be getting every little hint of glue off the product. However, this is for me, and I just want it done. But I don't make all my projects like that. I care. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just check the camera here. Oh, working blindly here. There we go. Maybe you can see that if you're still watching. A little bit of glue. Put your good side up. And just line the edges up right there. Three little brad nails in. Make sure that's lined up. Really need 2 for this. It's not a big drawer. So I originally wanted to make some maple dovetail drawers. Time-wise, I just don't see the point. Got all that glue beading up there. You just want to get that out of there. This drawer is just going to be clear coated. I probably put an excessive amount of glue on, but better than too little. There we go. Still good. Usually, my last nail I run out. So we're going to see if this works. Am I going to be lucky today? Yes, I am. Got 1 extra. I just clean it up. So a good thing, usually before you put your drawer together, you want to check to see if it's square, which is always a good idea. You got 19, 15, 16ths. And 19 and 15 16ths, which is dead on. You know, I know my table, so it's pretty accurate. But what I didn't check was the squareness of the piece of plywood. However, I lucked out, and it's square, so we're good. So I will say the one thing about Russian plywood is it tends to chip out a lot. If you can see that little tear out there, it's very, very common for this stuff. No matter how sharp your blade is, when you go to sand or file or whatever, these edges, they're gonna blow out on you. And you can tell just by doing that, you see all that stuff coming off. So when you want this drawer finished, in order to prevent splinters and all that, you have to either route these, the little 1/8 inch, 16th inch round over, and then hand sand it nicely. And I usually do about 3 coats of finish on these guys to get it coated to prevent you from getting the splinters. I mean, you can see that. Even when you're routing this stuff, you tend to get tear outs as well. It's the material. It's good drawer box material, but it is finicky when it comes to keeping those splinters in check.
Oh, we are using an 1/8 inch round over. I just eyeball it. You want to make sure it's too low. You want that round over. You don't want to guide that straight edge into it. And we'll use the warmed up batter. Helps to go slower on this stuff. The faster you go, the more chip outs you get. You see it tearing out pretty good. But you see that? Went a little bit too fast. See where it tore out? That's the stuff you like to avoid. So again, I mean, this is my personal project. I don't really care if I was doing this for a customer. I would definitely go slower. I know you can fill it with putty and sand it. It should blend in a little bit. I mean, Russian birch isn't perfect. And if you want really nice drawers, I would do them out of soft maple. Or even save a little bit and do them out of birch. But that's what you're going to get with the Russian ply. Anyways, next. Brand new sanding mat. I love these things. Carpet mat almost works the same way. that sharpness off.
That's it. That's just a simple box. It's a butt joint. The inside corner. And again, you can see a tiny little bit of glue in there. I mean, for a piece of little furniture in my house, I think that'll work out fine. That's the bottom. Just made the bottom flush with 1/2 inch Russian birch again. So I didn't want to go through the effort of putting a little dado in there. You know, it wasn't worth it to me. I'd still be building it right now. Maybe it would be done. I don't know. Anyways, if you like this stuff, let me know. If you made it that far in the video, I don't know. But there it is, simple Russian birch box. Have a good one.